This company started with one landscaping job and a Honda Civic Type R packed with tools. I never planned on installing commercial gazebos. I never even planned on owning my own company. I was just trying to make something work. The real job was simple. We were laying sod and re-leveling a backyard. Around that time, my mom bought a yardstick gazebo. I built the base for it, but she paid someone to come build the roof. The guys showed up with no tools, no prep, nothing. After they left, my mom said, "You should post it on Marketplace for gazebo installations." So I did. My inbox exploded. At this time, I was working full-time installing commercial playgrounds, so this became my weekend thing. We started with one gazebo a day, then two, then three. Eventually, we got to 4 in a day, depending on the size. I was pulling up in a Civic Type R with a 6-foot ladder, 2 platforms, and a bunch of toolboxes crammed like it's a game of Jenga in the back of this thing. I didn't know what people thought when I showed up in this car, but we got the job done. I was 22 years old, working 7 days a week. I didn't know if it was smart, but I knew I didn't want to stop. Then one day, it just hit me. If you're going to try this, you might as well try it now. So I traded the Civic in for a Ram 1500 and went full time. That was the moment it stopped being a side hustle. Now it was real. Me and the boys worked hard, long days and long weekends. We got more efficient. Then installs slowed down. We went from being able to do 4 installs a day to barely getting 4 a week. That's when you find out if you have a business or just momentum. We filled gaps with bunkies, fences, decks, whatever we could get our hands on, really. It had to evolve. So I called an old friend from my playground installation days, and I asked him, how can I get into commercial gazebo installs? He told me, you really can't, but there's an opening with a supplying company for playground installs. I thought about it, kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit, but then I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's try it. And honestly, at that point, I basically started my company over again. I had to get a bigger truck, 20-foot flatbed trailer, a T450 skid steer. I had to get my CPSI certification. I had to get commercial insurance. None of that stuff is cheap. But if we were going to do it, we were going to do it properly. On our first install, it was very small. 2 decks, 1 slide, 1 climber. We did the dig out, clear stone, installed the mulch. We did it from the ground up. It went smooth. Then we hit a job in Guelph. That tested everything in my power. It tested all of us, all of my guys. There was a 9-inch difference in curb height from one side to the other, and I didn't notice. We built the playground twice, and at that same time, I was prepping for a men's physique competition, still working 40 hours a week to get this done. It was heavy, but we didn't quit. We adjusted, we learned, we got better. Then my buddy Justin came back to the company. Having someone with real experience in playground installs changed everything. It wasn't just a hustle anymore. It felt more structured, professional, like something you can actually scale. I never planned on building a commercial playground company. I didn't map this out in my 5-year plan. I just kept saying yes to the next level of responsibility. This isn't a series of flexing installs. It's about documenting what it actually takes to build something from nothing and where we're going next.